Hi there, it's the Opa, and it's time once again for Opa'S story time. This week's story is Best Friends. And how are you today? You look good. Are you warm? It's not too cold here, but it's raining. Well, this story is about Brian and Emily, and they were friends, best of friends. Emily liked to say, true blue, stuck like glue friends. Brian liked to say, best of friends. And so they were, because Brian and Emily did almost everything together. Well, they played games together. They rode their bikes together. My, look at them playing games. It's like hide and seek. And they're riding their bikes. You'll have a bike like that one day. They roller skated in the park together. And some people called them twins because you almost never saw them apart. They were always together. There they are, roller skating in the park. See all the pigeons? It looks like they're having fun too. By golly, they are always together. I wish we really were twins, said Emily. Then you'd be my brother, not Stuart. Just because he's bigger than me, he thinks he can boss me around. And that's no excuse to boss people around being bigger. Sometimes it comes in handy if you're an older brother or sister and you're thinking about the safety of your little brother or sister or what's best for them. I wish I were twins too, said Brian. Then you'd be my sister instead of Megan. She's too little to know better, and sometimes she messes up my things. You're just the right size, sister, for me, Emily. And you know what? I think he was right. She is just about the right size. So sometimes Brian and Emily pretended to be brother and sister. When Emily had to help with chores at her house, Brian helped too, just like a real brother would. That's nice of him. When Brian had to help mind Megan, Emily helped too, just as a real sister would. They really are best of friends. Then one day Brian and Emily did something else real brothers and sisters sometimes do. They had an argument. Brian asked Emily if she would like to play his favorite game, beanbag toss. No, said Emily, I want to finish building my sandcastle. That's a nice looking sandcastle she's got. Please, said Brian. No, I'm tired of always doing everything together, Emily said. Besides, beanbag toss is a baby's game. It is not a baby's game, said Brian. And anyway, that's an ugly sandcastle. And he stepped right on Emily's highest tower. That was not a very nice thing to do, especially for best friends. They should have worked it out a better way. You ruined it, Emily cried. Good, said Brian, and he stomped away to his house. Baby, Emily called after him. Then she stomped away to her house. And there they are, stomping away to each other's houses. Boy, I hope they make up, and I hope they get back to being friends. At first, Emily didn't care about the argument. She didn't care a bit. That was a mean thing Brian did, she said. And she went to find Stuart. Maybe he would play with her. Stuart and his friends were in the kitchen building model airplanes. Can I help? Emily asked. You're too little, Stewart said. Why don't you go play with Brian? Well, now, I think he could have stopped just for a few minutes to play with her. After all, he is her brother. Emily didn't say anything. She just went to her room. I wonder what Brian is doing, she thought, looking out the window. At first, Brian didn't care either. He didn't care a bit. That was a mean thing, Emily said. He thought, I'll go play with Megan. But Megan was taking her afternoon nap. Yes, she was. Like all good little boys and girls should do at that age. It's about your age right now. So Brian went to his room to play beanbag toss. And after a while, he got tired of playing alone. I wonder what Emily is doing, he thought. If I take this game outside again, maybe she'll see me and want to play too. So that's what Brian did, and Emily did see him from her window. Yeah, he took the game outside, or he's on the way out with it. Hey, Brian, Emily called. Excuse me. You're getting pretty good at that game. That's good coffee. Want to try it? Brian asked. Sure, said Emily, and she ran outside. There's Emily running outside to play beanbag toss with Brian. I'm sorry I called this a baby game, said Emily. I didn't mean it, and I'm sorry I stepped on your sandcastle, Brian said. Maybe you were right. We don't always have to do everything together. But we're still friends, aren't we? Asked Emily. You bet, said Brian. The truest, bluest, stuck like the stickiest, gluest friends. Best friends, said Emily. And there they are. They made up, and they're happy together, and it's a sunshiny day, a great day to go play. Together as best of friends. That was a good book. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little longer than some of the others, so I had to hurry through it. But I'll send you another book next week. Once again, it'll be Opa'S story time. So, this is Opa'S saying, I love you and be good. Bye bye now.